Just tired.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, all, and thank you very much for kind of like following and kind of all the likes for all the shows and everything. And just a couple of announcements before we start. We are still looking for a percentage for every week. So it's like a day, you pick a day and you come on every week and you talk about anything you want. Have your own show for um, for about an hour or so. And and that's what we're looking for at the moment. So if you're looking for a show to join or anything, then let me know and we can talk. Also, by the way, we are now up to around about 78,000 people who's tuning in and now and again, and we thank you for that too. Please please guys, if you're sending me emails, please kind of be patient because I am trying to get through to them all. Um, and it's just me on my own at the moment, but we are trying to get somebody to join us. Okay, Lisa, hello. How are
Hi,
you?
Steve. I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Bit shattered, but I'm okay. Um, Before Christmas, we were talking, and can you tell everybody, because we've got quite a few actually on the radio at the moment, could you tell everybody what you do?
Yeah, sure. So I have a day job in GE. Um, so I'm a sales ops director in GE for the digital team in Power. And then I have my own business as well, which is Exceed Coaching Limited, run out of the UK. So that business is coaching various individuals through maybe a sticking point in their life. There's various crossroads, so it's quite appropriate that we can go down and we look at the different elements related to where they are now, where they want to be, and fill the gap.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody has a crossroads in their life, don't they?
Yeah,
They
and they can
come
be more
to a
than one.
point. They do, don't they? They come to a point in their life where they're thinking where they're going to go next and what way to turn. And I came to a point in my life, and I had to find the way to turn, but I did in the end. Um, with your sort of working, with your like mindset, your coaching, and everything, what kind of people do you get coming through to you? Is it people who are just stuck in a crossroads, or are they just stuck in their lives and they don't know what to do next? Job. What kind of people come to you?
I've had quite a few different types of person come to me. It could be a mum whose children have grown up a bit and she's got more time to herself. So she wants to see how best to use that time or make more of her career. I've had people that are just looking to change their career, so looking at job search support. I've also had a retiree, a lady who actually quit her job while she was working with me and retired, and others who are going through that transition, either retiring or looking to see if there is something after that last job that they've done. So there's been quite a various group of people. I'm in the process of talking to quite a young lady who wants some support this year with how to get on in the network within the organisation, how to best use her network, and so on. And then another lady who I think she's just at the end of her tether with her job. So she's deciding, does she have to put up with what she's got? Can she do more with the job she's got? Learn to love it, as we've talked about before with my workbook. Or is it something that she looks to change completely? So they're the two people I'm speaking with at the moment as to whether they would like to do something different or how they can manage that situation.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? It's at the coronavirus, isn't it? It's like people don't know what. people don't know where to go or turn to because of, a lot of people probably lost their jobs or
Yeah.
there's been family split ups. And how do you, that must, kind of like, does that put a lot of stress on you when people do come to you?
No, I think the thing for me is, I've always also had changes to make with the virus and so on, and moved to home working and stuff which I didn't have. So there's been a lot of change in my life, so I can give advice on how things have changed there. And my day job actually has been quite remote for a long time. So there's also experience with how to stay connected to a network and how to maintain your connection to the whole team when you are literally sat behind screens all day. So there's a lot of experience already there that I think I can definitely help with. And then situations that start to come up during those daytime hours with work colleagues and so on that also need working through. So we've done a lot of work like that recently, and certainly one of my clients that I think is almost finished with me has actually benefited so much more about learning to love the what she has and how to fit in better with what she has, particularly after a life change as well. So it's interesting, and I get a lot of benefit from working with all the different clients because it also obviously gives me more experience on how to deal with the different levels of interaction we need in those relationships.
Yeah, it can be tough though sometimes, though, when what's going on. It's not just the coronavirus, so it's everything now, because we just had Christmas and sometimes that's stressful enough, isn't it?
Oh yes, yes. As a full-time working mother, I can tell you it's stressful to try and get everything ready and pull it all off and make sure everybody's happy for the whole period that you're away and so on. So yeah, it's a lot to balance at the time of year.
And how do you cope when you are you're a mum and you're working, you got like you got your main job, then you've got this coaching job. That can be very stressful, can it?
It, I guess, yeah, but I wrote a LinkedIn article actually about this kind of thing called the power of productivity, and it's about compartmentalizing your day so that you you have sections of each day that are given off to different tasks or different elements. So I always make sure I do me first. So I'm up early enough to be able to exercise and work on my business and get things, on the business, not in the business, at that time in the morning. And then it's making sure that the day job is taken care of, and then after work, what else needs doing from the family's perspective and so on. And the weekends are obviously a blend of things too to keep it all going.
Yeah, yeah. And the trouble is, though, what I really want to talk to you is about get onto your business side of things, like because when you got like a ordinary business, sorry, when you got your main job and you got your other business as well,
Yeah,
it can be really really tough on the family sometimes because surely you go to work, you come back, then you've got to kick in with your ordinary business, and that must
yeah.
have been. Where do you find the time?
Well, like I said, I work early in the morning when they're still asleep. My daughter swims, so I manage to get a little bit of time here and there from that too. And if my husband's out, then I immediately use all of the private time I get for my business or other jobs in the house. I guess it's prioritization, and doing my best to put a lot of processes and systems in place so that it makes it quicker and easier to set up with new clients and then book appointments with existing clients and so on. And yeah, it works at the moment. Yeah, there could be a better balance in some places, but while things are moving and changing and being set up, then it has to be accepted that there's that bit of a change. The whole idea would be to have more clients in my business and make my business as such a success that I can leave my day job and then run just one of those commitments.
Can you leave your job at the moment, your day job?
No, not at the moment. So
No.
hence all of the work in the background to get things up and running and start a different way of approaching my business. and how I charge for things and so on, so that it is a more feasible option.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you've got to make the money, ain't you?
Yeah,
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 and that's what it's all about. And
it is.
because I suppose let's get back to the coronavirus. I suppose that didn't help very much when that came along, did it?
To be honest, it was a bit of a blessing in disguise for me, because it meant I wasn't traveling to work anymore. So I got a lot of time back, and there was less pressure to travel with your job, all of that kind of thing. So you all automatically got some time back. And since then, I've changed jobs internally. So the new job is permanently at home, so I don't have to revert back to what I was doing. And I also then had time, because I wasn't running around doing everything else, because we were completely locked down at the time. I was able to write the program that I use in my coaching business and spend time testing it and so on as well. So it helped me in a lot of ways, just to give me that time back to be able to focus on that and get that work done. But I
Yeah.
know it's not the case for everybody. I mean, I had to work the full time all the way through as well. I wasn't furloughed or anything, so I
Gosh,
didn't have that change.
gosh. Did you have? I've got somebody here now who said Sharon. She's from Essex, and she said, "Does Lisa have any time for herself?"
Yes, I do. Yeah, it's all planning, right? So, like I said, I get up at 6:15 in the morning, and I'll get up and do some exercise, or go for a run, and I'll work on my business. That for me is time for me, believe it or not. But I also do have times where I might have booked tickets for the whole family to go out and do something, or we're invited to someone's house for a meal, or things like this. Or even over Christmas, I just shut right down and I read books and just watched films and had time. I did have time to myself. And normally at the weekends, there are jobs, through the summer in the garden, where you might go out into the greenhouse and see to the tomato plants, and then process the tomatoes that are growing later on. So that, yes, it sounds all like jobs, but it gives you a change, and your brain changes what it's focusing on. And ultimately you can balance out your day with different tasks. So they say a change is as good as a rest, and I think I'm a prime example of that you can keep going probably a bit longer, as long as you balance things all the way through the
Yeah.
week.
You've got Rachel here, and she said, "Hi, Lisa. God, incredible person you are. Um, incredible person you are. Could
Thank you.
you give me some details about what you do and everything? I need to speak to somebody, and I'm interested in speaking to you. So there you go.
Absolutely, that would be wonderful. Thank you, Rachel. Yes, if you drop me an email on Lisa, Lisa, at exceed-coaching.co.uk, we can get in touch, or you can find my website of the same name, Exceed Coaching Limited. It's www.exceed-coaching.co.uk. Either way, you can find me, or Google my business. My number should be out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Please
And
do. Yeah,
if you
I'm
need
very open to that.
the details, we can give them too, with Lisa's
Yes,
permission and everything.
sure.
And we're not allowed to give out phone numbers and anything like that online, but you can get in contact with Lisa, and I'm sure she will give you all the details that you need. And
Absolutely.
yeah, brilliant, really, really good. And I think if you need to get in contact with her, do it. I think it will probably help you. Um, Tim wants to know, hi, it seems that your group is all women. How about us men?
I'm very open to working with men, Tim. Absolutely. In fact, when I was at work, there were more men coming knocking on my door saying, "Can I have a chat?" and sit down talking to me than anybody else. I'm definitely open to working with men, talking with men, etc. I do find, rightly or wrongly, I find that women are drawn to women when it comes to coaching, because we understand
Yeah,
a lot of our own sex's issues, or that kind of thing. So by all means, I am definitely open to talking to men, no problem. It's more a case
there
of
you go.
how they feel comfortable.
But the trouble is, that's what it is. I find is like with some support groups or I've spoken to a lot of people on here, and it seems to be um, when women do things, it's all for women and not for men. In some
Yeah,
cases, you know what I mean?
yeah. I think, and I can tell you my original target market, if you like, was working with men who were retiring, because I knew a lot of men at work and I understood the it's not the financial side of retiring that's always dealt with, because a lot of people focus on that. It was more the mental side, the emotional
Mhm.
side of retirement, because I've seen so many people retire and just disappear in their mindset because they hadn't prepared emotionally for what was coming, what could potentially happen. Everybody they worked with was still working. When they got home, there was nobody available in the street. You know yourself,
And
maybe if
that's
you
the
bump into
trouble, though.
someone,
Yeah,
they just talk all the time because they've not met anybody and they haven't prepared that
and that's the
social element.
trouble, isn't it? If men are on their own, especially, and if
Yeah,
they retire or their wife died and everything, they go home at the end of the day. They go behind, and they're thinking, "Oh well, that's it," and they seem to give up on life, so
yeah,
early, don't they?
yeah. Or become so disjointed from
Yeah.
everything that they were connected to. Their social networks gone because they used to see people at work, or meet at lunchtimes and so on. So a lot of it is embedded in the day job because it's easy to combine it all, and then you get time at home for the home stuff. But then, of course, it's blurred the wrong way, the fact that the job is gone, the people have gone, or they carry on in that job, and you're left as a man at home, or even a woman. Women can have this problem too, but like I was starting to say, I was looking to work with men, particularly because I'd been in the engineering industry and I'd seen a lot of this happen globally, not just in the UK as well. But I generally found that men didn't appreciate either the fact that I was as young as I was, so I hadn't retired, so I had no experience in it, or that I was female. I think they were the two things that were putting people off.
Yeah. Gwen, hi Steve. Congratulations on what you're doing and about your position in the chart. Do you feel that it's all charts, or are you worried about everything else? Charts doesn't mean anything to me, even though I think it's free at the moment in the podcast charts. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, all I want to do is help people, and if I can help one person, then I'll give my bet. Not interested in all this rubbish about charts or about numbers and everything. It doesn't bother me. Just want to help people. Marie said, "Oh, Lisa, can I have the details, please? Very interesting talking to you." There you go, Victoria. Oh, Victoria. Hi, Steve. What a wonderful job you're doing. And it's been a year now and a couple of months, and you got a lot of people. Can't believe it. 81 I saw just now. 81,000 on your website. Unbelievable. Do you have any spots available for weekly? Actually, I did mention that just now, and we do. If you contact us, we will tell you more. Lisa, would it be possible if you can give me some details? Yes, I think she will do. We will do, and what we'll do, we'll stick something on our website with all the with her email and website and everything, all the details so you can contact her too. And I'm sure she would love you if you could even kind of like just follow her on Facebook or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Instagram. Some versions of Lisa Cobble might be Maria or other things in the middle, but Lisa Cobble, or look for Exceed Coaching. You can see the logo if you look for, or maybe you're hearing, sorry, on radio. So it's www.exceed-coaching.co.uk, and you can find me either on the socials or on my website.
Right. Okay. Good. Good. Ken. Steve, are you still doing the event for your organisation in June at the NEC? If you are, please can I book my place for a speaker? Yes. Contact me and we will give you a place and application form. Steve, would it be possible if Lisa comes back again? We always ask Lisa to come back. I think it's about your third time now, Lisa, isn't it?
Third or fourth. Yes, I'm
Yeah.
a regular now. Yeah.
We love having Lisa on, we do, and
Thank you.
she helps a lot of people actually. Um, and where are we going to? Oh, this is a nice one. Mandy. Hi, Steve. I live in Northern Ireland. Not a lot of people in Northern Ireland where I can get help. Does Lisa cover? Does Lisa just cover her area, or does she cover all of the UK?
Anywhere
And
globally, as long as I can get hold of you on a telephone or an email or via Zoom, it's all good.
there you go. There you go. Um, Hi, Steve. I meant about visiting. Do you do any visits or one-to-one?
I don't do in person, obviously with Omicron and so on, and I don't travel at the moment with the day job as well. But if we do Zooms, we do one-to-one through Zoom. I'm very happy to do it that way. And if we're okay with sharing cameras, then that's generally how I do it with workbooks and so on with my program.
Right. Okay. Um, Mark. Hi, Steve. Are you funded? If you are, could you let us know? I want to set up my own shows and everything. How did you do it? That's the secret. Only time when we're funded is when people buy spots, and when they buy their own spot per week, what they do is their spot is for about an hour or so, and we do charge that. But any other money coming in, we don't, or we get donations and everything. Don't forget, at Christmas time, we help people with Christmas boxes and all sorts of things for people, and without people to get put into rehab, alcohol, drugs, and everything else like that. So we've done all that. Um, Hi, Steve. How's your book getting on? Gosh, I haven't got a clue, guys. I've been so busy, but I will find out. If you want it, let me know and we can give you the book. Lisa, could you tell me more about your business? I need to know. Yet, please contact Lisa. All the details will be up later on. Lisa, how do you spend time when you've got two jobs on the go, children, and a husband? You should find time for yourself. And we've already talked about that, guys. And she does. She gets up early in the morning. She gets up around about 3 o'clock.
It's about 6. It's about 6.
Six is it? Yeah, I'm only
Yeah.
joking. There you go. So, but trouble is, so least, right? Sometimes it can be um, stressing, because we're coming out of Christmas now. We're going
Yeah.
into January. A lot of people starting to do their what you call their things predictions for the year and everything.
Yep. Goal
What?
setting.
Yeah, goal setting for the year. And that's what I want to talk to you next time about goal setting.
Sure.
But before I let you go, what is your? Can you give people advice? You know, what about goal settings? What goal setting have you got for this year, you personally?
Okay, so I did something called a year compass over the time I was off. So I think it was around the 2nd or 3rd of January I did it. And it was a look back at what last year had done for me or what I'd gained and learned and so on. So all of the highlights. And then looking forward where I want to take that. I put in some personal, like family related goals. I put in some business related goals. I don't think I put any in on my day job. I must check that. But then some adventurous ones. I want to jump out of a plane this year. And I also want strapped to somebody else. I'm not going to learn all that. I'm just going to go for the fun. And then the other one is I would like to go on a koala bear experience at Longleat, but I know it's fully booked. So there's things like that balance out all of the other activity. But yeah, I think just saying doing thing like that, that's one thing, but making it a smart goal where it's specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and you've got a time frame attached to it, that's when it gives you drive to actually achieve the goal. And there's something else I use called staircase planning, where your big goal might be the very top level of a building that you're trying to get to, and you can break it down to different intermediate platforms almost, where you can look above and below those different levels and how you plan the actions in and so on. So yes, we can talk a lot more about that next time, Steve, no problem.
Thank you so much. Well, that's Lisa. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you for
And
having me.
have a good day and the rest of the good week.
I
And
will, you too. Thank you.
see you very soon. Thank you. Bye
Take
bye.
care, everyone. Bye.